Madden NFL 23. And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. He's coming off an absolute offensive showcase last week. Double-digit passing touchdowns. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between our visitors and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now there's 2 sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And why do you go out? Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Now they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Lance now on first down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Hartman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Lance. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they can... Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll work this down inside the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 61 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second down and a run by Robinson. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. After the sack on 1st down, Lance, that's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Lance. There's Mooney with another catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia trying to erase this deficit. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Watson now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. T. Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have come back to make it a 2-point game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hit.
And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now it's Watson. Able to find Higgins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Okay, ready? Ready?
On the counter, it's Walker. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Lance on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On play action. Lance. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had it stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Again, it's Lance. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Second down and goal. Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jarnell Mooney with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, it's Watson. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Watson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Washington. Pat Fryermuth as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an event.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 75 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Watson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throw it back across his body. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about.
He's got a man complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And Lance now to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Darnell Mooney. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nakobe Dean picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It's now 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Watson under pressure, and they got to him again. Nakobe Dean, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And Lance going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hartman. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now at FedEx Field. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Watson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. Watson now to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Touchdown, Washington! Jahan Dotson. 36 yards. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up,
they're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. T. Higgins. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Play action. Now it's Lance. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun. Watson able to connect with Dotson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 61 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Buying time to his left. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Watson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On play action, Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Lance now on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
To throw again on second down. Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Hartman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw, it's Lance. His pass caught at the 4. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Lance now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.